Hey, welcome back to another video of H&H Express model nscale trains. As you can see here on the table, everything is still open and I have Kevin's yard still resting here on the light bar or the top of lights of the layout. And while I was checking here, I wanted to have a train running around the track and I discovered that I have some issues with a track. So the issue is here in this area over here. So let me bring you up closer and I will explain what it is. So this is the area which gives me the most issues. Other areas, they are fine. And the problem what I have is with these turnouts over here. So there are 4 turnouts. These 2 turnouts, they sometimes work and sometimes they don't work. And the problem is that they are a little bit out of reach. I'm standing here in the hole which I can remove. So I can remove here the top section so that I have a little bit more leeway to get here. But the problem with this is these are very hard to control. So I actually would like to move them a little bit up to here. I have another turnout over here, and that turnout is the turnout to go to Kevin's yard. So with this section of track connected, it goes to Kevin's yard. This is the turnout to come from Kevin's yard over the bridge, which is located over there, back to the main track. So this turnout, I either would like to have it here or a little bit move it over here. If I'm gonna do that, that means that I need to redesign that section. And I either need to raise a little bit of Kevin's yard, which is still possible, because that's no issue. I can put a little bit more height to it, but I need to change these curves. I have derailments over here, so when a car is pulled up here or a locomotive pulls up, then the derailment comes here. So I would need to change that curve over there. So that means that curve needs to be changed. And I actually need to remove this section as well. So let me do that first. So these turnouts, they would need to come somewhere over here so that the curve is still here. Turnouts are positioned over here and then they get straight off there. So that means that the way to go to Kevin's yard needs to change. So I'm gonna do some preparations. I'm gonna remove those studs and let's see if we can have the main track working again. So I removed the track So that's the first section, so that's the inner section. The outer section will be a little bit less of a problem. It is that this track will be positioned at the right spot. So I'm gonna screw this back down, but then I would like to have a little bit of a curve here. So a slightly curve over there and then straight onto that section. So let me turn the camera a little bit around so you can see it. So and then the track goes over there and over here. So I still will need to remove the two turnouts which are over there. So that's what I'm gonna do next. So these two turnouts, they will be removed. I know there are cables involved here, but I will pull them out and I'm gonna put in a small piece of track over here, and then we're gonna position the turnout somewhere over here so that they are a little bit more straight that way. So let's see how we can do that. Okay, so with this section now removed, so the turnouts are off, I'm gonna extend this section to here somewhere where I can put the two turnouts. So let me show you that. So these two turnouts, where I can put them. Okay, so looking at this area from here, it looks to be that this would be the direction to go, and then a little bit of a round corner over there, and this would be the section for this turnout so that it can go straight to here to the bridge. So that means that these two turnouts, they will be the one in which the train will make a curve to Kevin's yard, and on this turnout is the return from Kevin's yard to the bridge over here. So that would be it. So let me turn you around a little bit. So that would mean that this track is connected to here and then makes a turn over here to come to the other end. So that is one thing what I'm gonna do first. And then this section of track will be removed so that it is connected to here. So to have a slight lesser curve. So let me see how I can do that, and we'll continue later. So that should be the corner. I have enough room here to make the corner for the wagons. Let me grab a larger one. You see that there is more than enough space to do it here. So I need to fill this up, so I need to check if I have some cork, and then I will fill this up with an extra piece, and let's see from there. So this is the section. It's a little bit higher than the cork bed, but that's fine. We're gonna put some thicker paper underneath here, and then later on when we do the ballasting, then it will disappear. So that's fine. Let me add the turnout. So this turnout solenoid will be, or snap switch will be connected over here. So I will remove this one and unscrew it so that it will be attached over here. So the same with this one, that one will go to the one which is over here. So let me check it with a wagon. Yeah, that's much better. Okay, now we're gonna do that section over there. After a little bit of wiggling and unscrewing, I finally have this section loose. And as you can see, it has power cables connected to it for the track. I also unscrewed a little bit here so that I can make this bend already a little bit over there. So I need to unsolder this track and try to grab this cable from underneath to move it over here, and unsolder this cable to get it a little bit over here. So, and this is then the plan. So that I have a less tighter curve. And I'm gonna use some what is it, masonite to overlap that section. So let me grab some masonite. So here we have some sections which I can use. I have a shorter one. but I think this one will do. But, let's unsolder those wires and bring the track up to the front. So these are the two wires. Need to check underneath where they go to. I know that they are going that way to the control board, but I need to move them a little bit up. So next thing is installing the track. So that would be this here. And this will be a little bit of a turn over here. So we're going to add this to it. We need to shorten one of the rails here, and then this one will have a small bend to get over here. Yeah. So this is the end of part number 1 on the install. I know it's not finished yet, but since the video is already that long, I'm gonna do the rest in video part number 2, which means to have the other track ready, and then I can make a round loop just to see if that track is correct. So we're gonna test it in the next video, and then in the next video as well we're gonna start working on the inner track and see if we can make that also a little bit better. So if you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more of these videos, please consider to subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you and goodbye.